Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back. Excuse me. Randy Replay back. Okay, Randy Replay back at it again. We got some things to discuss. The Minnesota Vikings here, prior to week 1 of the season, we're very, very busy. As you can see, we released Sean Koken to make way for... we released a lot of people from the practice squad. These are all practice squad members. Sean Koken, Javon Wims, Timuchin Hodges, and Austin Carr. We re-signed Kyle Sloter to the practice squad. We signed Jalen Myrick to the practice squad. Left guard Ethan Posick, one of the two. Lindsey Pipkins signed to the practice squad. Carlton Agudosi is no longer a member of the Minnesota Vikings. Short-lived, had a couple of good games here in the preseason. And then we signed Jalen Myrick to a 1-year, $1.4 million contract. Now, you might be asking yourself why Jalen Myrick was signed to these Minnesota Vikings. Well, it's because he is the fastest free agent as terms of a 40-yard dash, and we are going to use him on kickoff and punt returns this season. He's also not a bad corner, so we also add depth there to that position, so it's a double-headed sword, or double-edged sword, however you want to look at it. And then we re-signed Carlton Agudosi to the practice squad, so maybe it was Carlton Agudosi, maybe the Vikings approached him and was like, hey bro, could you take a hit for the team, go on the practice squad so we can better the team here in this facet? And of course, Carlton Agudosi, being the man that he is, he accepted. I don't know how that went down, maybe that's how it did. And then we changed his number because he had not a good number. So there you go. As far as other stuff goes, the rotations have been set. We can take a look at the injury report for both of these teams as we get ready to face the Atlanta Falcons. Sam Gable, broken ribs. He will return for the Week 3 matchup. Daniel Henricks, of course, out for the season with a torn pectoral, or pectoral, however you want to look at it. Cole Smith, ruptured disc in his back. He'll be back for Week 4. And then Paul Fritchie. Now, with Marcus Epps playing as good as he did in the preseason, I don't know if Paul Fritchie would get back into the rotation right away. But Marcus Epps and Kenny Erickson have it settled over there at the free safety position, although Paul Fritchie is the fastest free safety we have. Just sad he wasn't able to prove himself too much here in the preseason. He's out for one more week as well. And for the Atlanta Falcons... Okay, Ito Smith with a broken collarbone. Looks like a backup running back. He is out for 5 weeks. So we're going to get going with this thing. We really did everything we could. Excuse me. Must have been this bad soda. We're going to get going here. Kickoff at US Bank Stadium, minutes away. This is Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment. And hello and welcome back. Randy Replay here. We still have not hired a on-field analyst. Maybe Bobby Tuttle wants to come back. But today, it is Atlanta Falcons visiting the United States Bank of Anaheim, or Minneapolis, the Minnesota Vikings. Fireworks going off here, of course, as always, your TV commentators Brandon Gudden and Charles Davis, but of course you are stuck here with Randy Replay. And, the Vikings are coming out wearing purple uniforms. They had not announced anything about it. So the home opener and season opener gets a little bit special, and we're going to have to watch that man right there. Devontae Freeman, and of course Julio Jones always demands attention. Just moments ago, there's Julio Jones right there, and a host of others. And here are the Vikings entering the field, of course. Packed house today. Here's Luis Gonzalez, the player to watch. After a really good game in the preseason, Week 3, Week 4, he kind of fell off. Kind of going to have to see how he responds. There are some of his measurables, and we'll see what happens here as we get going in just 1 minute. Mike Zimmer, of course. Marcus Green. Vikings have won the toss, have elected to defer to the second half. So Brandon Baker ready to put his leg into this one. 2019-2020 season. Brandon Baker approaches the ball, and Kabluskanuski. It is underway here at US Bank Stadium of Anaheim. I don't know why I call it that, but that's what we do. As Green kneels it down in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Matt Ryan, of course. Here are some of his measurables. Of course, as the season progresses, these will fill up with stats, but just to go off of no stats here. So here we go. And of course, the first game of the season, we take a look at everybody's starting line. Or starters. Now, the Minnesota Vikings work on a rotation, so everybody will be filtered in and out for each individual play. As Devontae Freeman, player to watch for these Atlanta Falcons, he gets a good run, and that will be a touchdown right off the bat. Zachary Anderson not able to catch him. Robert Nichols in pursuit as well, and that is a 75-yard score. Zachary Anderson, the only guy that could have caught him there towards the end, he just outran him, and that will be 6-0 Falcons. Left-footed kicker on to kick this thing away. It is away, and it is good. We'll get some action here. 75-yard score makes it 7-0 Atlanta. Robert Nichols goes to the sidelines. Here comes Jalen Myrick. Speedy kid, number 37, Minnesota Vikes. Oh, man. Just runs into Mike Zimmer. Making sure everything okay. Here comes the Minnesota Vikings. And their starter, captain, Stephen Campagna. After this game, we will go over the captains and kind of who's there. That's what I forgot to do in the intro, so here we go, Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 from the 26. Of course, Jalen Myrick. This is how they stack up. 3 tight ends in there. Campagna looking for something. He's going to try and throw it away, but he'll be sacked by Beasley. I mean, you really got to throw it away sooner than that, I believe, if you're the Minnesota Vikings. So Aaron Moss in there, projected starter. Throw right side, caught Slizerski. Just throws a defender to the wayside, and that'll be 1st and 1 reception, 5 yards. I cannot talk right now, apparently. 3rd and 12 here. Campagna in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws. It's Slizerski again. Slizerski runs down the sidelines. He could bring this thing all the way, and he does. He's free. Luke Slizerski. Touchdown, Vikings. Holy moly, stromboli cannoli. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Luke Slizerski starting the season off on a good foot. He is the starter if we had to make a depth chart. And of course, he does the old chicken noodle soup explosion celebration, and it's quickly 7-7 pending the kick. Brandon Baker's kick, sneaking to the right side, but it is a 3-play, 74-yard drive, and those helmets are just goofy, aren't they? Calling audible. Rosu down in the box. He throws deep. It is caught and held onto on the way to the ground by, I do believe that's Calvin Ridley. Yes, it is. 50-yard completion. And doing some work. Finally, we'll take a look at the Atlanta Falcons offense. Dancing around there, having some fun pre-game. Devontae Freeman, Austin Hooper, and of course, Mohamed Sanu. Not sure about the player. I do believe that's Zachary Anderson. Tevin Fair, Drew Ward, Sean Clausen playing paper, rock, scissors. Drew Ward wins. Thomas Cross, Rashid Spinks, and Scott Rethwell, your linebackers. And here we go. That was Matthew Arnsdorf causing the separation. My bad. So 3rd and 9. Minnesota Vikings. Uh-oh, linebackers come up in the A-gap. You know what that means. Okay, then we'll come back. Throw right side, wide open. Oh my gosh, Robert Nichols just destroyed the tight end, Austin Hooper. Good tackle behind the line of scrimmage, forcing them to go for a field goal. Look at this. Oh my heavens. Now, if Bobby Tuttle was here, he would be like, well, right you are, Randy. He just comes in and he just destroys Austin Hooper. Short of the line of the game. Back up to you. Well, thank you, Bobby. Maybe I have split personality disorder. Anyway, here comes the kick. Making it 10-7. The kick is away. It is good. And now we'll take a look at this Atlanta Falcons defense. No, we're going to take a look at the offense, of the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, Luke Slazewski starting this season off with a bang at his tackler, like, what you going to do, brother? And here is the Atlanta Falcons defense. It's now 3rd and 3. So good in the secondary. Desmond Trufant, Xavier Rhodes as well, so got to be careful throwing against this season. See if I can peg to under center. He gets the snap. Looks middle, throws middle, caught Luis Gonzalez. And he signals first down. There is another Baru echoing across the land. So Luis Gonzalez, very good over-the-shoulder catch. 32 jet bomber is the call. Stephen Campagna throws. Left side, Jesse Peterson, he stumbles and he does not get into the end zone despite being completely wide open. Jesse Peterson may have tripped over his own feet there for a little bit. Had to regain his balance. It was a 40-yard completion. A beautiful pass. Had the end zone, stumbled over his feet there a little bit and costed him the touchdown. It's 1st and goal though. Look at this. Just a beautiful play. One-handed even. Jesse Peterson. Yeah, just kind of stumbled over his own feet there. Oh my heavens. So from the 2, the Minnesota Vikings looking to put this thing in. Justin Vandershoff behind Stephen Campagna in the I formation. Campagna turns, flips. Matthew Peterson gets in for his first touchdown of the preseason. He's going to shake Bradbury's hand. He's going to pat him down for weapons because that's what he is. The fullback gets in for the Vikings. Just right there. Perfect. Pitched right side. And there's Devontae Freeman shedding again. Tackled out of bounds apparently, and here comes a flag.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
That's going to be costly. 15 yards on Kenny Erickson. And we're going to take a look at this. We're going to really see if he really got out of bounds before he was hit. Hard to tell, really. We can't go past here for some reason. His foot never touched out of bounds, so technically, I mean, the ball goes out, but he started his tackling motion way before he got out of bounds right here. I don't know. It was a 50-50 throw-up call, and that's how it goes here in the NFL sometimes. Matt Ryan looks left, throws left, open, Julio. No, that is not Julio. Touchdown, though. We'll get the call here. Hard to tell who that is. Can't see the name. Mohamed Sanu, of course. So just a throw-out ball. That is Matthew Arnsdorf on the coverage, I do believe. 23. Yeah, Matthew Arnsdorf let that one go past him. This to make it 17-14. Aaron Nelson tries to sneak around. He does not. Kick is good. 17-14, 4th place, 50 yards, 1 minute. Gets the snap. Pump fakes left. Actually throws right. Wide open, Luke Slazewski. Slazewski proving why, if there was a depth chart, he would be the #1 receiver. And he has close to 100 yards. Luke Slazewski wide open on the slant. And he stays on his feet after contact. From the 1, Travis Parker in there. 3rd and goal. And he does not get it. He will not get it. 4th and goal now. They could tie it up here with a field goal. But that'll be the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. So, a good first quarter here by the Minnesota Vikings. Travis Parker just... a couple runs that he has had. He's had some success, but... So here is your score at the end of the first quarter, 17-14. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back. 18-yard field goal attempt for Brandon Baker to tie it. Snap down, kick is away. It is good. 17-17. Matt Ryan will throw. And it is David Arnold bringing down that Ryan for the first sack of the season, Minnesota Vikings. Of course, David Arnold, member of the VWO, so we put that on his jersey. And of course, they using it on the TV broadcast for their, look at this, double team, triple teamed at one point, and he still gets him, not driving him into the ground to force a flag. That is persistence, and of course we don't get a good look because of the guy. Bruised ribs will not return. Robert Nichols will be subbed. We're having a little bit of an issue with injuries here this season if you're not paying attention. Linebackers will be brought back. Defensive line will pinch. Here is play action. Rashid Spinks brings him down for a sack. Oh my goodness. A simple celebration, and back-to-back sacks here by the Minnesota Vikings defense. Literally pushes him down. David Arnold in the area as well. Rashid Spinks knows how to tackle, but this time he just shoves him down. So 3rd and 28, not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage. We're going to call the palm tree play. And here we go again. Whose turn is it to get a sack? I think it's Drew Warren's. Here comes Justin Lewis. Throw short, middle, tackle Rashid Spinks. And that should force a field goal attempt. Maybe it'll be 60. It'll depend. It'll have to depend. They're gonna do it. 53-yarder? A 57-yard attempt. Kick is away. It is no good. He pushed it wide left. Didn't have the length anyway. He pushed it. 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 Randy likes to be annoying to opposing teams here, if you couldn't tell. There are plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage. Steven Campagna throws. It is intercepted. He wasn't even looking at the ball. Desmond Trufant with the pick. He wasn't even looking at the ball. That was incredible. So Steven Campagna tries to thread the needle on his 9th passing attempt. Wow, okay, he turned at the last second. That was incredible play by Desmond Trufant. Okay, he was looking the whole time. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, we need to take it back. All out blitz, and there is Julio Jones. We talked about him so much, and he gets in for the score. We called an all-out blitz, guessing run, and it didn't happen. Oh my goodness. Too little, too late. As now, of course, Julio Jones will be in the Julio zone. Under center, gets the snap, throws middle, caught, fumbled, and the Vikings have turned it over yet again. Will this be challengeable and reviewable? Anthony Barr forced it out of Jesse Peterson. Let's see what happened. He might have been down, actually. Can we get one more look? Replay booth. One more look. Here's the one I want. Yeah, that came out before he hit the ground. We need to do something. And there, who the heck is that? Oh my heavens. A backup running back scored on the Minnesota Vikings. I cannot believe this. That is Green. So number 3, Green, scores. And it's 30-17. And the kick is good. Oh my heavens, as well. Familiar face. Campagna will run with it. Campagna has a lot of space and will slide down at the 39. Behind him, and that he fumbled the ball, and again the Minnesota Vikings turn it over on a fumble. Oh my heavens, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Aaron Moss is just frozen. No, he was down. 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 No. No. He was down. Yeah, he was down. Knee 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 was down. Now. And there will be a booth review because challenges are not a thing in today's NFL. So the previous play is under review. Of course he was down. Come on, bro. Right there. Knee down. Knee down. Knee was down. Knee was down. Randy Replay having some fun here on the simulcast, and Aaron Moss knew it from the get-go. No, it was not.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Stephen Campagna under shotgun, rather. Throws. Caught Gonzalez. He's in for Luis Gonzalez. Throws the ball into the stands. And he wants to celebrate. And he will. Good play call by the Minnesota Vikings, picking up the blitz. And, of course, throwing it to Gonzalez for his first career touchdown here in the NFL. So you can see, no doubt about that one. Playing press coverage to the outside. Throws. Does not get the first. I do believe he did not get it. He did not. 31-24. Campagna will hand it off to Terrence Frelix. He'll get a little bit more yardage. They'll call a timeout. I don't know why the Vikings called a timeout. I really don't. Are they going to stat pad here? They might. This goes to Frelix. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get much of anything. That'll be the end of the first half. Randy Replay will be right back with your halftime analysis and other goodies.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
In just one moment, as you can see. Domination. Check out what's going around the league here in the early goings of the regular season. In Green Bay, earlier this week, Chicago pulled it out 19-13. Mitchell Trubisky, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Tyreek Cohen, 17 of 49 yards. What's next there, boys? Buffalo and New York Jets, of course. Kirk Cousins, 10 for 19, 100 yards. They lead 21-0. LaShawn McCoy also has 44 yards in that one. We're going to take a look now at the Rams at Carolina. Jared Goff and Cam Newton in a standstill, 14-14. 8 for 14, 127 for Goff. 8 for 8. 86 yards. Christian McCaffrey, of course, having a good game there. And hello and welcome to your halftime break. Let me preface this by saying the rotation got messed up somehow. I don't know what happened, but the rotation is messed up. Stephen Campagna having a good day so far. We'll get that rotation fixed, by the way. QB rating of 132.6. He is 14 for 18. That is 77% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or didn't simply look over here. 252 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Aaron Moss, 11 carries, 50 yards. Terrence Frelix got 3 more carries, and now he has 14 on the day. Stephen Campagna, 3 rushes, 24 yards. Had that big one, longest of 16, I believe it was. 21, sorry. Travis Parker getting in the mix, 2 for 5. Justin Vandershoff, 2 for 21. Matthew Peterson, 2 for 4. And the only touchdown of the rushers today. Luke Slazewski, 5 catches, 132 yards and a touchdown. Luis Gonzalez, 3 catches, 33 yards and a touchdown. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense and look at the total tackles. It is Kenny Erickson with 5, Justin Lewis, Rashid Spinks with 4. They are the middle linebackers of this team. 2 sacks in the first half by David Arnold and Rashid Spinks. No interceptions. There were a couple pass deflections. That is Razu, Aaron Nelson, Rashid Spinks, Matthew Arnsdorf. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings. In the kicking game, it is Brandon Baker 1 for 1. Longest of 18 with 3 for 3 extra points. No punts so far in the first half of the regular season. Knock on wood with that one. Jalen Myrick, 5 returns for 118 yards, August of 27, and he has 1 punt return for 8 yards. We're going to get you back out. We have to contain, listen to me, Minnesota Vikings. Listen to me. You have to contain Devonta Freeman. If he gets the most rushing yards in a game record, I will puke. Ed, I'm not kidding. There you go. Back to the action. Minnesota Vikings have the ball to start the second half. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a second. Out there. He has a wide open man. It's Jesse Peterson across the middle of the field. And Stephen Campagna has now amassed 280 yards, and Jesse Peterson with a 32-yard reception. That will definitely put him up over 70 here on the day, right as soon as he was about to get hit. Season. Pagna under center, throws wide open. Luke Slazewski. Luke Slazewski might go for his second rushing touchdown. Second receiving touchdown, but he does not. Luke Slazewski just torching this defense. 304 passing yards, and that is just an amazing play. He called the audible there at the line, and he noticed the blitz was coming, so he audibled out of it. Here's Aaron Moss. They're going to shift the coverage to the right side. Xavier Rhodes on the tackle of Luke Slazewski that last play. Aaron Moss doors into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. First career rushing touchdown for Aaron Moss. Fireworks ensue as he just cuts this thing in, dives in. Good play there, young man. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. And we lost it. Devonta Freeman gets in for a touchdown, this time receiving. Oh my heavens. So Devonta Freeman gets in. Almost blocked. It is good. 38-31 Falcons now. Baker's kick is away. It is good. So the Minnesota Vikings just down by 4 now. So 2nd and 1. And it'll be brought down by the blitzing Matthew Arnsdorf. 3rd and 11 now. Matthew Arnsdorf blitzing. Just gets around untouched. So another sack by this Minnesota Vikings defense, and now we need to stop them. This is the most important drive of the game. We stop them, we get the ball back. They rush 4. Short throw. Tackled by Justin Lewis. Okay, so that has been Justin Lewis this whole time. So 4th down, Justin Lewis made possibly the game-saving tackle. He's going to send Lou Wang man in motion, right side. Gets the snap. Pump fakes. Throws middle, caught, Lou Wang, touchdown! Touchdown, he's calling his teammates over. Hooga, hooga, booga, yeah! Lou Wang, first receiving touchdown for him. He was the motion man. He was wide open in the middle of that zone. And he gets that ball across the plane. Very, very nice play. Rashid Spinks pumping up the defense. He's like, it's our turn now. Offense put us in the lead. We got to keep it. Brandon Baker, kick is good. It's 41-38. Play action. Looks right. Getting pushed. Drew Ward could have had a sack. Tevin Fair, Drew Ward finally rips him down. So Drew Ward finally gets a sack on his season. Oh my heavens. Look at how long he had. Tevin Fair, Drew Ward, Tevin Fair. It's 3rd and 6 now. Very important drive. Very important drive. Here we go. Linebackers will be pinched, showing blitz. Matt Ryan is not afraid as he stands in the shotgun. Matt Ryan throws left. Intercepted by Robert Nichols. Robert Nichols intercepted. Kept his feet in bounds, and that is your dagger. Oh my heavens, threw it into triple coverage for Sanu. 21 for 28, 356, 3-1. So 3rd and 1, most important down of the game. You have the lead going into the last minutes of the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 1. Terrence Freelix is behind Stephen Campagna. And he gets the first down and a little bit more. He's just doing what they ask of him here. It's 3rd and 8 now. 3rd and 8. This is the most important down of the game. Stephen Campagna. Rolling out. And it's almost intercepted, just out of reach of Darian Wilson. Uh-oh. So Brandon Baker on for a big attempt. Kick is away. Hits the bottom crossbar. It's no good. Oh no. There we go. Gets the snap, throws. Caught. Hooper. That is Hooper. Hooper touchdown. Hooper. Hoopersville. Hoopertown. Oh my heavens. Touchdown Atlanta. Almost got a sack. Brought the all-out blitz. And that is Thomas Cross there. So put them up by 4, and they do. They go up by 4. 2 minutes, 53 seconds left. The 2-minute drive comes into play here after all. Batted away at the line, and this is the most important play of the game. We've been saying that all game, but this is it. Throws. Intercepted. Jesse Peterson didn't even go for that thing. And that will be your dagger for the Minnesota Vikings. Unfortunately, a late interception. Oh, man. This hurts. Going for Jesse Peterson. Oh, my gosh. Just an underthrown ball. Drew Ward trying to play coverage. Drew Ward missing the tackle. What is happening? Drew Ward gets the sack eventually. And there's a timeout injury. Matt Ryan, his back is broken. Spinal. His back is broken. Spinal. Matt Ryan leaves the field of play. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. The most important play of the game. On the ready. Here we go. Gotta bring in Matt Schaub. It's a run. Freeman. Somebody please stop him. All right, we stopped the clock. 1 timeout left to go here. This makes it very interesting, because this will be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Kick is away. It is good. So 48-41, Minnesota Vikings. About to get the ball back. They need to score and get a 2-point conversion to win this thing. Stephen Campagna, fresh off of an interception. Jalen Myrick will help them out, getting this thing to the 29. So some of the stuff that worked earlier probably will not work here. You need to be careful if you're Stephen Campagna, who comes out of the shotgun here. Short passes will not help you. Rolls out. He fumbles, but it goes out of bounds. Stephen Campagna. There's a sack, apparently. So Stephen Campagna now. Out of the shotgun. Throws middle. Caught. Luis Gonzalez, there is a flag. We might get this one. Face mask. Defense. And they help us out. 15 yards closer to the end zone.
Automatic first down.
Here we go now. The Vikings. That much closer. Campagna. He's got a wide open Jesse Peterson. Incomplete. You've got to see that quicker in the route, son. You just got to. So that's okay. 2nd and 10 Vikings now. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. Slizerski ripped down, but that's okay. Vikings will go no huddle. Double post stop. Call on the field. Campagna rolls out again. And it's fumbled. It's a fumble. No! No! Stephen Campagna fumbled for the 2nd time on this drive.
Ready! 60 or 61, matchbox right. To go.
And a deal down by Matt Schaub. More than likely end this thing. What is he doing? Is he going to play? Is he going to go for a play here? No, he will not. Okay, so that will end the game. Need to rethink your strategy here if you are Stephen Campagna. Maybe he got a little too happy. Too confident in his abilities. Either way, it is a loss for the Minnesota Vikings in a heartbreaker. You're driving for the chance to score, possibly win the game. You fumble it twice on the last drive. Stephen Campagna, the captain of the offense. So here are your endgame stats. Minnesota Vikings fall 48-41. Stephen Campagna, 107.4 QB rating. 23 for 35. That is a 65% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math. Or simply didn't look over here. For the Minnesota Vikings, the turnovers are the dagger. 385 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumbles, of course. Longest pass of 76. In the rushing game, Aaron Moss, 15 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Terrence Freelix, 12 carries, 41 yards. Justin Vandershoff, 9 for 72. Travis Parker, 5 for 16. Stephen Campagna, 4 for 31. Matthew Peterson, 2 for 4, and a touchdown. Fumbles for the day. 1 by Justin Vandershoff, 2 by Stephen Campagna. In the receiving game, Luke Slazewski, 9 catches, 2 yards shy of 200 with 198, and 1 touchdown. Jesse Peterson, 4 catches, 88 yards. Luis Gonzalez, 4 for 51. Lou Wang, 2 for 17, also had a touchdown. Gonzalez had a touchdown as well. Darian Wilson, 2 for 31. Josh Gable, 1 for -1. And Matthew Peterson, 1 for 1. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers for the Minnesota Vikings. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Kenny Erickson with 9, Justin Lewis with 8, Rashid Spinks, Robert Nichols with 7, Thaddeus Rozu, Zachary Anderson with 5, Matthew Arnsdorf, lone number 4, David Arnold, Aaron Nelson, Drew Ward, David Arnold, Aaron Nelson with 3, Drew Ward, Jesse Peterson, Tevin Fair with 2. Thomas Cross, Darian Wilson, Josh Fitzer, Brandon Baker, Matthew Peterson, Garrett Bradbury, Jeremy Lindsay, and Scott Rethwell, each with 1. Tackles for losses, there were a bunch. Thaddeus Rozu with 2, Zachary Anderson, Tevin Fair, Jeremy Lindsay, Scott Rethwell, each with 1. 5 sacks on the day. Drew Ward had 2, David Arnold had 1, Rashid Spinks had 1, Matthew Arnsdorf had 1. Matt Ryan would leave for the game. Robert Nichols has your first Minnesota Vikings interception for the 2019-2020 season. Pass deflections, we had 4. Thaddeus Rozu, Aaron Nelson, Rashid Spinks, Matthew Arnsdorf. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Baker missed a field goal that probably would have ended up helping these Minnesota Vikings, because your mentality would change to getting the first down on the run, wearing down the clock. But we can't really fault him. That was a long 50-plus attempt. Either way, he was 2 for 3. Longest of 35, 5 for 5 on extra points. No punts in the game. I can't even remember the last time I saw that. Oh, my heavens. So Taylor Pauline got an easy paycheck. No punts for him. 9 kick returns for Jalen Myrick, 232 yards, longest of 32. 2 punt returns for Jalen Myrick, 22 yards, longest of 14. We're going to get you back to the main screen and preview next week's game against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. Excuse me. Mike Zimmer, of course, looking over stuff in the... Excuse me again. I have the hiccups and the burps all day today. Anyway, Mike Zimmer looking over stuff and making phone calls here in the background. And so doctors have cleared Cole Smith, Paul Fritchie, and Sam Gable all to return this week. They'll probably hold Cole Smith out one more week just to be sure, so he'll be back for the Raiders game at home. But yeah, I mean... turnovers, they will destroy your team. The Bears beat the Packers, so we are both 0-1 going into this game at Lambeau Field here against the Packers of Green Bay. So that's going to do it here. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings lose 48-41 in an absolute devastating heartbreaker. So we'll take a look. Again, the rotations were messed up pregame somehow, so we'll get those back in order. Actually, we'll check on them right now. Okay, as you can see, the rotations are good because it goes Aaron Moss, Terrence Freelix at running back, Travis Parker, there's Justin Vandershoff, and then it goes back. This actually should be back up to the top. Sam Gable. Yeah, anyway, we'll look at this in the off week, and then before we get you back for Lambeau, Green Bay Packers football. Border battle number 1. I don't even know. Randy's a little flustered here, but we're gonna get going.